Today's reading is but a continuation of yesterday's announcement. So when Elizabeth met Mary, she exclaimed, "Mary, look at you. How can this be the mother of my Lord should come to me? Of all women, you are the most blessed." Great praise indeed. It might have been God to Mary's head, but what happened? Did she deny it? No, not at all. She accepted it graciously, but attributed everything to God and His goodness to her. You see? That's why after receiving a greeting from Elizabeth, Mary sang her praises. She sang her Magnificat and says, "My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. My spirit rejoices in God, my Savior." And so on and so forth. You see, my brothers and sisters, we may have been taught that humility involves self-depreciation. Right? When somebody tells you, "Oh, you look good with your dress," what's usually our answer? "No, this is only cheap. I bought this one from Goodwill." You see? You know what? That was a nice song that you sang. And you sang very well. Really? Actually, we did a lot of mistakes. And that's the only song you know. Oh my gosh, this food is really good. Did you cook it yourself? Good? Really? Maybe you're just hungry. You see? Humility, that's not humility. You want humility? That's false humility. Because humility is the opposite to that. It is the grateful recognition of our goodness. Right? So when somebody tells you, "My gosh, that song that you sang was terrific," what do you answer? Thank you. That's acknowledging, see, acknowledging or recognizing the goodness that is in you. You are a good cook. Thank you. You have a keen eye for colors. Thank you. You dress up very well. Thank you. You are smart. Thank you. You're pretty. You have a big mouth. That's not the story. But of course, be careful also of the opposite. Right? When somebody tells, like example, somebody tells me, "Father, you're a really good-looking guy." Oh, I know. I get that a lot. See, that's the opposite. That's bragging, being so proud. So, humility is the grateful recognition of our goodness, but acknowledging that this goodness is a gift from God. That's why Mary was called blessed among women. When Elizabeth said, "Blessed are you among women," and Mary sang her praises saying, "The Almighty has done great things for me. Holy is His name." See? When we are favored by God, we are blessed. We don't say you are lucky. Lucky, to say that you are lucky, meaning something good happened by chance. Say, for example, you almost got into an accident Because to be blessed, meaning you are especially favored by God. So if you think you're talented and good looking, are you lucky? No, you're not. You are blessed. If you think you're happy because something good happens to you, are you lucky? No, you are blessed. If you think you are smarter than the fifth grader, are you lucky? No, you are blessed. So the bottom line here is you should be able to see the goodness of God in your life. Today, in psychology and in therapy, great emphasis is placed on the self-esteem. They say the unhappiest state of all is to have low self-esteem. And the happiest state of all is to have high self-esteem. The important thing we are told is to feel good about ourselves, to be able to say, I'm okay. You see? Because the body listens to us. So at the beginning of the day, when you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly, then your body listens to you. And, you become ugly. But if you say to yourself, oh, I'm good, I'm healthy, I'm smart, then the body listens to you. Bottom line, you have to learn to love yourself. I always like sharing this beautiful statement, a beautiful anecdote which I read in one of the restrooms from the Philippines. Or even here, usually when we go to the restrooms, we usually, after doing our day, we usually wash our hands. And while washing, we look at ourselves and look at the mirror, right? And then when looking at myself in the mirror, I saw even a poster pasted to that mirror. It goes like this. You are looking at the face of the person who is responsible for your happiness today. You are looking at the face of the person who is responsible for your happiness today. That is true. Your best friend shouldn't be your husband or your wife or your buddy. But your first best friend should be yourself. Because you will be the first person, you will be the only person who will come to this world, and you will be the only person who will leave this world. You cannot be with somebody. You cannot deal with your best friend. Okay, let's die together. Okay, and be married together. In fact, way back when I was in the Philippines, there's an old couple who used to be together. Okay, even early mornings, early 4 o'clock, they would go in the